Hello guys, and welcome to the Access Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Today we have our first place winner, Peter Karam. What did you play and how did you do?
I got first place for 4 rounds playing Radiant Typhoon. My matchups were 3 Draco Tail and then a Zamina Gold Sarcophagus Fiendsmith pile. It's kind of scary if they go first, but mainly Draco Tail for the most part.
Shout out to Nadim.
Shout out to Nadim.
Yeah.
We can get into the profile if you'd like.
Of course. Let's go.
So starting off with the monsters. Most of the deck is standardized at this point. Let's see if I can show. 3 Swen,
Yep.
3 Eldam.
This one is the Spell Searcher and this one is the
Searcher, Monster Searcher.
Okay.
The best card in the deck, the Crosshairs.
Yep, of course.
3, obviously.
People are playing Mourner for this card.
Yeah, for the draw phase.
Yes.
And for the big one of monsters, you have the 1 Phoenix and the 1 Varroon, Monster Negate and the Shuffler.
Of course.
For one-offs, for like the deck, we have the 1 Megala. I thought about playing more than 1 copy, but going second, it's a 2-card combo card, which I did not really want to play more of this in the main deck.
Do you play in the sided?
I sided 2 more copies of this actually for added consistency. My philosophy on siding is generally side more engine cards to guarantee I can play rather than just siding more floodgate cards.
And everyone is doing it right now, putting engine in the side.
It's honestly,
I really like
it's honestly the most healthy way of interaction rather than just removing the charmies, adding 3 floodgates instead of the charmies. It's kind of terrible kind of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is not something I enjoy. And for one-offs, we're playing the only copy that I could find for extra consistency, because the deck does actually lack some consistency, and we're gonna get into something in the movie. Actually, I could skip a step. I can show the 3 extra. I did choose to play the 3 Extravagance. I wasn't completely sold on it in the beginning, but without Extravagance and the extra copy of the Shield Bearer, the consistency somewhat struggles. You don't really want to open one play, get ashed, and just pass turn. So this just ensures that you have actually 2 lines of play at the very least.
Do you think of playing 3 of this, for example? 3 of this card?
The Shield Bearer? No. The thing is, the Shield Bearer only has 1 target. It can only add the Eldam.
Yeah, it searches a wind
level 6 or lower beast, which is the Eldam.
The other one is the Beast Warrior?
Is a Beast Warrior, yes. So usually some people would decide to play either one of this or 1 Tenki, because Tenki can search this card. But the issue with Tenki is that it clogs your spells and traps.
It's also in the mirror, it's not that good.
Yes, and everyone's playing for on the virtuals, they can just destroy it. Tenyan, this is a better starter than this. This searching this monster that searches the spell is usually better than the monster searching that spell.
You're gonna waste a spell basically, a spell.
Yes, so if this could search either of them, it would be an amazing card. But because this only means when you're playing a 4th copy of this, you don't want to open like Eldam and Shield Bearer and then clog on them, because you have 2 of the exact same card. It's just the flex card. I'm honestly fine with this, and it's a very easy side out card going second, so it's not an issue. And for the monster hand traps, I did decide to play 3 Sheena. Most people, let me actually move these aside. Most people are actually playing 2 Sheena, which I completely understand, but I felt like every single time I'm going second into a board, anytime I didn't have Sheena, I was just wishing I had Sheena. Sheena would have cracked part of the board or put me in a situation where Sheena would at least help me break through a board, either to bounce cards, to attack, gets a level 9 body to make the enter black clear in the extra deck. And even going first, you can like help dodge you can dodge Mourner, you can dodge Veiler if they try to hand trap your monsters.
And a very big blow.
That's a fantastic card. So I just wanted to play the 3 in the main deck and try it out. For the
and it's crazy that Magnum can search.
Exactly, Magnum, which is actually in the side deck, searches this in matchups where they play Lights and Darks.
That blew my mind when I figured out
it's a dragon for some reason. Moving on for the hand trap, continuation actually on the hand traps, I did actually play 3 Fuwalos. I've seen some people decide whether they want to play 3 Fuwalos or they want to play Super Polys, because they don't want to get ashed and then having like a 4-card hand. So, but I thought like if I was gonna play 1 hand trap that I can activate on the opponent's turn, not like Sheena, I wanted something that's a complete blowout. If this resolves, the half boards that people are gonna make are easily broken with the Radiant Typhoon engine. So if you open this plus 4 engine cards, drawing 1 more into engine as well, for example, or droplets, this is the best value for 1 card that you can get. So I did decide to play, and I did actually play the 4th Borrelia. This is not something I'm completely convinced with, but I expected some Vanquish Soul today and some Radiant Typhoon, so I thought that just stem the bleeding. I usually know my luck with the dice rolls, I normally lose lose. So I just put it in. It did cost me a game, but because of one of my misplays, but it was overall fine. And it's an easy side card, not the worst card.
It's easy for siding patterns.
Yes, as well. You need to have enough cards to side for going first. Moving on, these are like all the hand traps besides Sheena. There was previously an Ash here, and then Ash instead of the second Sheena, which is like the YCS topping list if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to try the third Sheena, and I didn't think playing one Ash was sufficient as like a card, so I wanted to play one Blowout. Then for the Radiant Typhoon spells, these are standard as well. We have 3.
I don't know if this card is gonna get hit.
Honestly, the deck doesn't.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. If it's playing, if it's played in Sky Striker, it's completely fine. Sky Striker is a fine deck. Then we have a 3 Chant. These are also unchanged.
Of course.
And I did play 1. I have seen some people play 2. It's kind of iffy, honestly, to play more than copies. But there is a world where you can play more of this to search more MSTs or just to help grind. Yeah, but I didn't feel like I needed more copies. And obviously the 3 MSTs with mixed common super rarities. I can't find my magic card. MST. I can't seem to find it. But no, MST. If you can play 4 MST, play 4 MST. It's a fantastic card for this deck. Moving on for the trap as well, mandate.
Yeah, of course. The heart and soul.
The heart and soul of this deck. The MST negate card. Then for going second breakers, Droplet is honestly this. If there's any debate about which ratios to play in the main deck, this is the one card that's undebatable. Yeah. It's the best card in the deck that you can play.
The best board breaker in the format.
The best board breaker right now. And 2 Fall on the Virtuous. This could have been 3 Fall on the Virtuous instead of the Perulias, but I just felt like 2 is enough, honestly. You can cycle it with the trap, you can cycle the monster with the Ecclesia, so you can just infinitely loop it.
So whenever you see one, you're gonna see it forever.
Yes, I didn't feel like it was as important going second compared to like a Purulia. And for the final card, called by ban this card, please. I've been losing this card since 2016. I still want this card to get banned. But it's here. It's a quick play spell. The funniest part is when they like charm you call by in the draw phase that triggers Crosea if you had no other quick play spell. It didn't happen today, but no, this is also an easy actually side art card going second. Unironically. So this is it for the main deck. Try to organize it a little. For the extra deck is fairly standard. You have the 3 Viral Rune, since you're playing 3 Extravagance. You have to play 3. And for these are like for the links. You have the 1 SP. Honestly, it doesn't come up as much, but it's there, since you're usually wind locked. The win is also cool. This can actually search Sheena, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't done it yet, but in theory, this search Sheena. The Great Fly for OTKs or to attack over like branded guy that becomes 3500. This also helps, or like Liger Dancer. There's like you use this to boost by 500 and the mandate to boost by 300 to be able to at least crash with the Liger. And moving on for the links, the 1 Doomy. Doomy is fantastic card, honestly. Especially against all the people playing Fall on the Virtuous. You just make this, shuffle their fusion so they don't get an extra card in the end phase. That's it for the links. For the XYZs, we have the 1 Enter Black here. I've seen some people do like combos where they play 2 in the main deck. They try to loop.
That's not needed.
It's honestly not needed.
Did you use it today?
It didn't come up today because anytime I'm going first, I didn't feel like necessary to do this. Because if I'm making a rank 3, I was usually an XYZ, I'm usually making this, the Totem Bird, with level 3s rather than level 9s. Because the issue with this, if you make 1 and you can't link it off, you have one of your level 9s stuck onto it, which is the Varroon or the Eagle. So it's nice in the grind game to not targeting Banish from a hand, but it's there. So something to convert, for example, your Varroon that's a weak monster into something of value to be able to attack. Then we have the 1 Typhon. It's Typhon standard card.
Of course, especially in this deck.
Yeah, it's a fine card. And the 1 Gossip Shadow. So this can, usually it's not the greatest card, but in scenarios where 5 mana can become a very big threat, the moment you have 2 level 3s on the field, if the 5 mana would crack most of your interruptions when you're trying to push through a board or through their board, you can make this when you're not wind locked to check the 5 mana, to put them somewhat in a checkmate. And the worst case scenario, you still draw a card. And for the Fall on Virtuous targets, you're playing the 1 Synchro and the 2 fusions, 3 fusions, since you're playing Extravagance. It's fine if even 3 of them get banished. Not that big of a deal, because by the time where a second copy would come up and Extravagance banished 2 or 3, it's not that big of a deal. And that's it for the extra deck.
Did you ever banish 3 of the Link 2?
No, not yet. But the thing is, even if you did, it's not the worst case scenario, but it is very annoying. And moving on for the side deck, the clutch card honestly came today. It was evenly matched. This was originally a lava golem because it can check spell canceller, it can check Luna Lights, but we currently don't really have any Luna Lights in our locals, so I just felt like this was better. It did actually overperform today. Simplifies the game state, and at best of all, it removes usually the back row that they control, so you can just special summon your monsters without having an MST in your hand. So that's all.
It's very good with droplet and virtual.
Yes, the combo of this plus droplet or this plus something else
insane.
is amazing.
It's insane.
Then you have the one of Magnamot. Magnamot searches the Sheena in a matchup where Bestials are good, like in Fiendsmith or something like that. That's a stop. I sided in once. I even sided sometimes the Draco Tail, but not really the most priority card, but it's good to have. Then I sided 2 extra charm here, the Purulias, in matchups where Purulia is better. And this was a little part of a change that I've done before, where the Ashes were originally in the main deck as 2, as per like the YCS. That's where I got like some of them, a lot of my inspiration. But since I wanted to play the 3rd Sheena, I didn't find it valuable to play 1 Ash in the main deck. So I just chose to put the Purulia in the main deck and 3 Ash in the main deck for going first basically against every single matchup. Checks your own, checks the opponent's Purulia, and this plus any board that you control is insane.
Especially against Draco Tail.
Against Draco Tail. You inside this going second against Draco Tail just to check the traps.
And Draho.
And Draho, obviously. And I've sided in 2 Droll. This was, most people used to play like Dominus Purge, which I also agree Dominus Purge is amazing, but I've seen like an uptick in the combo piles going on around. So I felt like this was more important than the Dominus Purge.
It's a safety option.
It's a safety. Plus if you go first and you have this, it's also very powerful. And then for the going first cards, we have the 3 the spell, the Foolish Berries from the Grave, and the 2 Megalas. This is basically so that if your opponent Purulias you have a way to play under Purulia with like one less draw. And this, in the draw phase, gives you basically 2 extra spells that you can activate in the draw phase to trigger your Crocea. Or, which is something I used to do, is like you dump your Varroon, the monster negate, in the draw phase. Which I did this today. I had a bunch of spells. I used this to dump the Varroon monster negate, then activated a search spell. Search spell destroy chain MST to destroy the spell. In a new chain, trigger Crocea, trigger Varroon, baited Ash, baited Bell, baited so much value. And at the end of the day, I just wanted my game plan to go through, because if you start playing the deck, there's very few decks that can consistently beat, especially if the Draco Tail or Locust is infested with Draco Tails. So Draco Tail is a good matchup. The games that you lose against Draco Tail are normally the games where you can't even start to play. So I wanted my siding pattern normally to be ways that I can guarantee myself to play. So normally if I'm going against Draco Tail going first, this is usually my siding. So I'd cut 1 Purulia, 1 Fua, the 2nd Fua, the 3rd Fua, and sometimes I would cut, for example, 1 Sheena and 2 Fall on the Virtuous if the matchup is not good. So against Draco Tail, I actually cut the Fall on the Virtuous. I usually prefer the droplets. So these are the cards I would normally cut if I haven't made any math mistakes.
Yeah.
And against a different matchup, you can go like, instead of the Ash, if Droll is more important, you can like cut the Ash for Droll, or you can like cut the droplet for Droll. There's a lot of combinations that you can do. But overall, the theory of playing more engine in the side deck rather than stuff like Dimensional Fissure, which is what normally people do, Dimensional Fissure will definitely win you games, free games, but I just felt like it's not the kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to play, and I thought this was just better.
Fair
as long as I can get my game plan going through, it's more than enough.
Fair enough.
That should be it for the deck.
And
40 cards, I wouldn't go over 40 cards, even if I wanted to, because the deck needs the consistency.
Yeah, of course.
And
All
that's
right.
it.
Congratulations again, and any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to Access, honestly, for being a fantastic place to host all of our hobbies. We even play Grand Archive here sometimes.
Of course.
We had a store championship last week, and the food's amazing.
Yeah. Of course, the club sandwich.
Yeah, it's on the way, And thanks to the YCS guy who I, for the most part, net decked and changed some of the cards. I just really enjoy this deck, the game plan as it does. And for once, I've been mostly a Draco Tail player myself. I'm sick and tired of playing 3 traps in my main deck. So finally playing 1 was a good change.
And no bricks. I think 3 bricks. 3 bricks.
I did open today 3 Crocea, 3 evenly matched, and the Mandate, which was a game I actually won, funny enough. But the evenly match is what like simplified the game state in like a bad situation. But overall, the deck's extremely fun, but it's very punishing to players that can't play it wrong. So get the practice in, and it's fun to even play casually. There are some decks where they're not enjoyable to play. If I play against Vanquish, so I open no hand trap or just scoop it up because the board that they're gonna create is not something I can consistently break without like a droplets plus like 7 other cards. So the game state that this deck and Draco Tale usually create are fun. That you can actually interact with engine versus engine. So this is something I really enjoy. And it's a fun deck as well.
Alright.
It should be for the most part safe from the bans, I believe, because it might get power crept eventually, and I don't believe anything in this deck is worth getting hit, not even visions.
I don't think so as well.
So that's it, I believe.
Alright bro, congrats again, and see you next time.
See you.